Hey, good morning. It's like really, really late. And this is an exclusive message to African American people. Not black people in France, not black people in Canada, not black people in London, not in Australia, not in any other country but the United States of America. This is a number line. On the number line, we have a set of equations. The first equation says -1 plus -2 equals -3. On the number line here, if I get this right, if you notice at 0, there's +1, +2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the positive region, and the 0 and then the negative region. We notice when we added the -1 to the -2, we got a -3 further down in the negative region on the number line. We go to the second equation and there's -8 plus -4. We didn't go positive. It did not go, well, because we had a -8, a negative, and a -4, a negative, it didn't make it +12. It made it -12. Negative plus negative is not positive. It's more negative. So now I get on this thing here in the late night and I'm going to upload it in a few minutes. And I'm really upset. And let me just tell you something. So I ran for governor. I'm someone who does not seek power. Like, let me tell you what I'm telling you. I seek only money. Money, like income, revenue. We have a situation, man, where these people are worried about if you're gay or straight. Stop. I need you to go back and say something. All right. So in America, we have 44 million African Americans that are literally in their home. Like tomorrow morning, they're going to get up and they'll be like, who's gay, who's straight? Why? Well, because they're thinking negative. If you're worried about what someone's doing in their home, which is Economos, where I'm about to go next, right? I'm worried about what's in your home and what you're doing. It's like me giving you my wallet saying, what's in my wallet? You can control that. Well, that's the problem because they have no money. Like, honest to God, I wasn't a slave. My direct bloodline is not slave bloodline, but they're mostly slave bloodlines. And these slave bloodlines are all because of women, and they cannot handle it. Like it's almost like you're in a doctor's office and the doctor's like, listen up. The problem with your body is this, this, and this. And you're like, no, doctor, it's not, it's white people. And the doctor's like, what the fuck's this got to do with fucking white people? And you're like, no, I know it's white people. My mom tells me it's white people, so it has to be white people. And be like, your mom ain't got no fucking education. Your daddy ain't got no fucking education. 90% of you have no fucking education but high school, and you're worried about what the fuck people are doing in their homes. You need to worry about what the fuck route forward gets your money. Instead, this is really literally what they're worried about. Are you gay or are you straight? Listen up. Real rap. I bone more than any person on human's earth. Yo, if you ain't boning the way I'm boning, I'm 36 years old and I'm boning like Wilt Chamberlain. Like, for real, get a grip. But Barack Obama told us we need to worry about gay people and straight people. You really need to worry about money. And reality is really kicking in, right? Because, yo, black people, you've been here since 1607. Yes, in bondage, indentured, and free. And in free, you still ain't got the fuck together because you're worried about some chick telling you in your ear the whole opposite. When does the opposite and reality start becoming reality? If everything this bitch is telling you is absolutely turning out to be a nightmare, maybe you should get with the dudes and follow Titus Pierce's way. Listen, I don't want to be your leader. I didn't want to run for public office. I ran for public office because a bankruptcy on a state level is a get the hell out your home. You can't even have your body buried at a cemetery for 7 years. Everything goes. I said, oh man, people have $1 million homes here. Nobody goes out there and does all this great work for a family and then some yahoos and poor management, you know, just all of a sudden, I gotta leave, give up my whole everything. That's the reason I ran. Then Barack Obama decided, I'm black and he's black and he can't be that great. I'm better than this motherfucker. I'm better with my eyes fucking closed. Not because I'm saying in myself I'm better, but because I really am. I've not missed my numbers. I've been in the banking business since 1998. I do everything expertly with an expert finish. So I lost my race. You win, you lose. You lose, you get the hell out of Dodge. That's what the hell I did. Got the hell out of Dodge. But to these people, it's not enough. We want to fight. And we want to fight to the end. Listen, you're fighting for females who lie. You watch movie. The movie's called Pretty Little Liars. Everybody knows they're liars. You're sitting in an office. The phone rings. The assistant picks up the phone. Is Tom Mickelbin there? Tom's right next to the chick. No, he's not here. Okay. So when you promote that chick to a sales executive and you go out on a sales call and the people are like, yeah, I remember when you were Tom Mickleton's sales associate and you were a liar then and you're lying to me now about this product and I'm not paying this price. All right? It's all about economics. It's not about sex and it's not about who's sleeping with who. It's all about economics. And in black world, there is no economics because it's only sex. And I dream a genie. What can I do for you? Poof. What can I do for you? Poof. What can I do for you? Poof. Right? But it's hard to admit it, but it really is what it is. We have 400 cities in the United States. This motherfucker is like 3 Africas, 45 million blacks with nothing. How do you say we have nothing? And then look at everyone. And then say, well, it's racism, it's white people. I'm coming out here and I'm going to say it is not white people, it's you. I'm going to say it is you. It's you. It's you. It's you, it's you, it's you. And you're worried about the wrong things. I had a guy named Freddie Martinez run up on me talking about some crazy shit. Talking about, you can't talk to women like that. You got a problem with women. I said, no, actually, Freddie, I'm just talking to you about what the overall situational problem is, right? That's why we were lynched on this motherfucking land. Because of people like Freddie Martinez. Do you know, in a place like this, a hard land, right? These white people only came and turned this shit around every motherfucking time. Every time they do, then some type of negative reaction we come up with. And the negative reaction is failed by death and violence. Why? These white people be like, yo, there's no one here but us. So when you're in a situation where there's no one there, it's like there's no one there. So if the shit's not true and no one's there and you're not listening and they start lynching you, you understand this? It's not, people didn't get lynched on this land because there was this great racial divide. It's because your motherfuckers ain't paying attention. You turn on people and it's about food and money. And they've turned on me. I am not someone that you should turn on. I'm a banker. I took a GoFundMe, intended purposes. Funds used for intended purposes. And then I had to come out here and show because these people say, oh, he's crazy. He's lying and he's crazy. First and foremost, I do very little lying and I do very little extra. So I've had to publish my shit. I've had to come out here and take people to Supreme Court on Twitter, not to represent myself as a crazy person, just to enlighten the court. Like, this is what you're really experiencing in your Roe v. Wade. I love women, but I'm about to tell you, I just showed you on the number line, a negative is a negative. They are negative. They have negative responses. So the person who's sitting here like, I gotta do exclusive for a negative, you're only gonna get burned. And for black people, we are burning like no other. And it ain't white people, it's black people. We just had a president of the United States that burned the planet. 5,049 years of being black. I swear to God, and God himself is in heaven laughing at Barack Obama like he won't make it to heaven if he paid Peter and Paul. Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, they are going straight to hell with him, right? And we all know why, because the truth is, God does not play, and God is a vicious man. And actually, Sodom and Gomorrah has nothing to do with homosexuality at all. And I'm going to cure this shit now. Yo, sodomy is oral sex. It's having your dick sucked. And Gomorrah is gambling. Big Yahtzee. Self-delight, self-pleasure. Oh shit, my pastor told me. I said, shut the fuck up and listen. It's sodomy is oral sex. And Gomorrah is gambling. God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Yes, self-delight and self-pleasure. And a place where you're supposed to grow replicate. I've replicated more than most people. I have a problem with liars, and that's why I do what I do. And no, I don't listen to women. You say, well, you listen to Claudia Gifford and Trudy Many and Jay Pug and the many others. These are educators. These are people with something on their wall. And what's on their wall creates distance and direction. Now, I'm going to tell you now, my attorney is that dude. They have a lot of them. They subcontracting at this point. All right? Barack and Michelle as attorneys are disbarred. You don't get disbarred or banned. A disbarment is a ban. You don't get banned from something that you pass a test over if you're great, ethical, and honest. Obviously, the people you're following are very dishonest and very unethical. Whether it's Jay-Z and Beyonce mad that I said whatever, you got to be mad. But it's not right. You can't be out here female-centric thinking that you're going to end up in a right position. It's a masculine and a feminine. And the masculine is in charge. It is in total control, and we are animals. I cannot emphasize enough. You cannot run out here talking some female only and expect to get a positive result on the number line. And you can't send entertainers down there in comics thinking that, well, we're going to laugh our way to trillions and microphone drop and not sell. Everybody's mad because I said nobody can run for president. Kamala Harris ain't qualified. Barack was not qualified to be the president. And y'all got to wake up and understand that you're not qualified to run companies, people. You really are not with no high school education. You really must have commensurate education. And you really have to think. Thinking up in here. Not mental health. And mental health, we got to talk about this mental health shit too. All right? You guys got to get your mental in order. Why are people mentally not right? When you're a man, a physical male talking about females are stronger, bro, that's a mental health issue. You're a man. You're a physical man in a man body. You need to really operate as a man. And if you really think you're a female, then you need to become transgender. I'm a man. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not crazy. I actually have no medication. I take no medication. Well, some shit's fucking wearing off. It's been a week. I had an STD last week, right? I catch STDs a lot. I sleep around. If you don't notice, I'm fucking attractive, right? So I sleep around. I catch these fucking bugs, right? It is what it is, right? You know, you sleep around, you're going to catch one too, right? You don't have sex, you're not going to catch shit, right? All right. The medicine wore off. I don't have any other medicines, all right? I don't know what the fuck you guys are on. I ain't going to talk bad about it either. I respect the industry. I respect medical professionals, all right? I don't respect these black people and what they're doing. And this one-way female only, right? It's not right. And when you're black and you're sitting there watching a gross, morose, gross poverty and everybody saying, it's the white people, it's white people. All these fat chicks. Did you notice that they're all really fat now? Because they've been eating for free. Just food. Free food. Women, infant, and children's. WIC. SNAP. However they label it per state. Only them are eating. While the rest of us have to go to jail. So in the black space, they fool you, making you think that it's white people. When it's really the women being lazy. And tricking men. And predatory sex. Some men have no idea that you're only being sexed for a predatory 20%. Come on now. Like, a motherfucker only make $13,000 a year and you need 20% of that? I mean, I need my low weave, my nails. And you really create a serious situation because some dumbass dude's gonna go sell some heroin, crack, or dope to gift you that little hair and them nails. And he's gonna go to jail. And reality is it's going to be on his background for 7 years once he gets out. And the unforgiving American justice system has a funny way of when you bring your ass out the jail, it's still on your credit report. But that's not what the chick told you when she asked you to sell the heroin. But you're going to blame it on a guy named Titus Pierce, and you're going to say he's gay. and that he should be persecuted because he's gay. I'm going to tell you right now, you need to look in your own fucking mirror. Michael Jackson had a song said, I'm talking about the man in the mirror. Oh yeah. I'm talking about y'all. You worried about who's gay or straight? Wow, I need to ask you a question. What the fuck's on your wall? And I ain't talking about high school. Yo, my mother has a GED. I don't even know if she really has the GED. I know she's a high school dropout. But and my dad has just high school. But all of them have ruined their lives on just cocaine and crack. And then want to call your job and want to call your girlfriends and be like, he's gay. You know, I do sleep around. I'm going to keep it funky with you. I've watched my family members like you could never, ever watch anything. Like, listen, what I'm telling you, I can tell you damn near every text message my brother text Kiva, Elaine, Kelly. Okay, if y'all not catching this shit, you're missing the boat. All right, I pay attention to detail, right? And I do what the textbook says. The textbook says men are positive. There are two types of men, an A male, which generally has a penile cavity from 9 inches and greater, and because it's so large of a penile cavity, it produces male offspring. And the B team, 8 and below, their penile cavity is not the progenitor male, it's a 50-50 or below, meaning it could be a guy, and in all other cases will be a female. And that is what it is. Female offspring come from men, so they have male traits and characteristics. So of course, but they're not strong. Someone that's not as strong, they're going to try fraudulent things to get results. We know this. 90%, 96% of all fraud originates with women. And actually, it's so bad that in the banking business, we actually have to put an automated system in to trip you up, to have you put in keys so we can turn it against you in court. We could say, well, you came on the IVR system and you pressed this button and that button and that button, and you put this pin in, and which means you said it was you and it was really your husband's pin, which is fraud. It's impersonation. That's 7 years imprisonment on a federal level. Whoa. A lot of people don't know any of this. I'm just talking to you tonight. I got my ass up. There ain't no Pepsi in the machine. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to upload this on YouTube. And I'm going to put this only for BET and World Star Hip Hop. And I'm going to make sure y'all get my message. My name is Titus. All right? I ain't no liar, nor do I care about lying ass people. I'm not getting ready to sit here in 2019 and say white people are the cause of everyone's pain. No. Black women said the money was too great. We had too much power in Africa. They snitched to the Dutch. The Dutch bagged everybody up and killed the women included. Women didn't get no guns or gunpowder. They got killed, thrown on some damn slave ships and sent over here. And instead of fucking growing into submission and fucking getting it right, nope, they still lying, still trying to get power. And now it's through a predatory 20%. Now, for men, you got rubber meets the road, because all these dudes are like, well, my mom's going to tell me to hit you. I'm telling you right now, you need to fucking get a wake-up call. All right? If you're just running down the street wicked crazy off of some words that your mama taught you, right? Ask your mama, well, where the men at? And where's the male perspective? Well, they're gay. Nah, everybody ain't gay, but everybody's turning gay because of your concept. Yo, if you're bivouacking in jail, well, it's two dudes in a cell for fucking 20 years. Well, that's a pretty close contact, isn't it? Well, that's your way of life. If you sell these drugs, you're going to go to jail no matter what. So you live a way of life that's a jail culture, you should expect homosexuality. You bivouacking in jail, but you're out here telling me that I'm a homosexual and you're concerned about me and concerned about my money and where I'm going and what I'm doing. But if you haven't noticed, you're sponsoring a bivouacking jail culture. For what? Who's the real gay sponsor? I've never ever in my life come out on television or anything in the gubernatorial campaign and said people be gay. In fact, the only thing I've said is family-centric policies, reproductive policies, responsible reproductive policy, responsible boy-girl policy. These people are being very irresponsible in every facet. Driving Ubers, contacting city workers, doing anything that it could take to hurt me. And I've only come out here to help people save their homes. Kiva Elaine Kelly is no human that you should do anything positive or good for. They've run out here to do bad things to me, talking about she was talked bad to. Let me tell you one thing. You would be talked bad to as well if you saw what the fuck I saw on motherfucking AIM and what the hell they've been trying to pull off. Let me tell you something. Living in people's homes and it ain't your home is damn near criminal. And if you look back at the people themselves, a crackhead fired from probably one of the most prestigious companies on earth, PSE&G, for crack, a failed football coach and a health service worker, a president that blamed racism on everybody but his own damn sorry ass self, couldn't strike a deal because he's sorry, wife sorry, smoking coke in gardens on TV, caught. And then you're worried about me, somebody who's positive, growing communities. I've put more money in Africa in 1 year under the Bill Dudley, John Williams FOMC, waiting for my 18-month supervision period to end, than Queen Elizabeth that's in 80 years on the damn throne. A black president come in here telling you people about all these wanton folly, and in 1 year I've put more money in and invested from the gubernatorial campaign in 2013 to now in 2019. I put more in than any of your civil rights leaders combined. And you intend to come out here and complain and tell me I'm wrong. Listen up. If your ass is a rap star and you've been rapping on videos and you don't own half of Fortune 500, it means you've been a selfish actor or activist. If you're a movie star and you've been on TV for almost 20 years and you don't own half a Pepsi Cola bottling company, RC Cola, or half the planet on the stock market, you're dead ass wrong. These are people who are dead ass wrong. I'm sitting here on this program. I'm an MBA and I run a company with 2 million people and assets of 15 trillion. The city workers thought it would be fine to put me with people who don't even know what the hell an MB or an A is. Want to be smoking, blowing ashes in my face. This bitch running here throwing horsey hair at me, stripping and then called EEO like I'm the motherfucking problem. And they celebrate this. We're women and we did this. Bitch, you at work, you should be coming up with some fucking production. Y'all go to work to be a problem, not producing. When you go to work at any company, your number one and only priority is to get them more. You don't have to worry about what the owner's driving and how he's living. It's to get him more. When you go to work, you're only at the job to get the person that owns that company more. And if you're in the United States, the real game, the real rat race, the real game is go to college, get the degree of business, go work for another, get experience, couple your experience with the theoretics and open your own business and get to $8 million every year. For black people, the average black salary is $13,000. Wealth is $8 million. Now, the shit I'm telling you is straight. STRAIGHT. I'm telling you, 2 dudes, Alpha Bravo. The B dude will fuck your world up. He's emotional. He's sensitive. He's everything else. He is not the one you want to be in your leadership seat. The A dude, he's the opposite. He ain't so sensitive. He's your leader. This is where you put the pressure. And you get results from the men. Knowing fully well that the B male, Little Dicky, will sell your home. He will sell you out for that money. He's not the head. Now, you put B in charge, B, like on the number line. -1 and -2 is -3. You go and get B. B's gonna hire C. -1's going to go get a -2 and you're going to get worse. Black people, you're getting worse and you should be getting better. I don't got no time and I don't care. And I don't want to meet people because I'm only about money. I can't keep coming out here and talking to you guys about this, and now I'm very, very angry. I don't care about Barack Obama. These are not people that I would meet. Yeah, you saw me in pictures with Cory Booker. I would never meet him. I've never met him. I have plenty of access to meet him, okay? A relationship manager is a CEO of a bank on wheels, all right? I have plenty of time to meet them. It's me. I'm saying no. I'm all about principle. Principle, meaning you're going to do right or wrong. I only do right. I'm telling you, these are not people you want with $5. These are not people you want to be fucking letting lead you down the stream either. All right? I'm a military man. I did my due. I served my country. I had a wife that tries to circumvent me and tries to go out seeking ways to go around me, thinking you're going to go around the headquarters. I'm the head of my home. And anything that ever marries me, you better know that I'm the head of my home. And in my home, I will do whatever I want and whoever I want and at what frequency and at what interval. And if you don't like it, you get the hell out my home. And I put her out my home. I had her parents come get her over and over and over again. So before you hear and believe these damn lies, and stop acting and hurting people on one damn story. This is our story. When we want to hurt people because we're jealous. This is a country where the only thing you got to do is buck up and get it. I did. Starting from McDonald's. Yo, I've been a fucking paper boy in snow. Double wrapping my paper bag. Paper bag boy. I ain't afraid to go out here and move the mountain. God said, say to the mountain, move. Oh, get up out my way, mountain. I'm 36 years old and I did this by my motherfucking self. Me and God. And let me tell you this. Not one hood rat, not one rap artist, not comics, no nothing's gonna take my trillions or my future. I rock, roll easy, and I've done it by the textbook. Perhaps a book some of you ought to read. Negative will get you further negativity, and positive will get you very far. I'm Titus Ramir Pierce. I am an MBA in finance from the number 92 university in the world. I have a BBA in business management from the number 1 college system on earth. And I am great. Join me.